Welcome to this little demo session where I will tell you a little about the Alcatel Mobile 300 and Mobile 400 Dect sets. Basically the two sets are alike, but the Mobile 400 has a color display and backlight for the keys here, and the most important difference is that it also has a jack connector for the headset. But in general, we have here the display. We have these keys. They are for navigating in the display and for doing programming of the handset. We have the off hook here, the green one, and on hook here, the red one. We have the number keys used for dialing. So, for example, if I want to dial an extension, here I test with a local extension. I dial the number, I press the green key, the other end is ringing, and of course if the other end is replying, then after ending of conversation I just unhook. And of course when the phone is ringing, the call is coming in, I can see in the display who is calling, I can off hook here, and now we are in conversation. Okay, and again, if I want to end the conversation here, we'll do the same again, same test again. The phone is ringing, off hook here by the green one, and I'm in a conversation. Now, this is a customer which has called in and wants to be transferred to one of the colleagues. I here have my colleague's phone, so I'll transfer the call. I'll press the extension of my colleague, the number here, green key. This phone is ringing now, so I can do two things. I can transfer by OK, so transfer successful, and here the phone is ringing. I can do an off hook, and the customer and my colleague is in conversation. End call. Okay. We do the same test again. The phone is ringing. I off hook. I transfer the call to my colleague. The phone is ringing. My colleague, this time, my colleague is not answering. So instead of transferring the call, I off hook. So here, and the call comes back to my phone. I take the call again, and now I'm in conversation with the customer again. I try that again. Okay, I try another colleague. Phone is ringing. The colleague is not answering, so I don't press OK for transfer. I off hook. And I have the customer back. And the same is if my colleague is answering. So this time my colleague is answering. I'm in a conversation, but the colleague tells me, no, please, I don't want to answer that call. Could you ask the customer to call me back? Yes, of course. So this call is getting disconnected, and the new call, the callback is ending up at my phone again. And here in the display, I have a couple of different options where I can go into conference. If you want to know more about that, you need to look in the manual. So I end the call. Another thing is that if I have an outgoing call, now I make an outgoing call. So now we're in conversation. If, for example, this call has a machine that is asking me for press 1 for sales, 2 for spare parts, 3 for technical support, 4 for administration or whatever, I need to activate the DTMF tones. This is here. I navigate here in the display. You can see the little marker here changing. So it has to say send MF. I press OK. So now the display changed. And now I can send the keys. I will turn on the speaker on my colleague's phone here. So I can press 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever for which department I want. And end of call. Another thing, if a colleague tries to reach me, here, the phone is now ringing. I can see that's my colleague that is calling me, but I don't answer the call. I'm at lunch or something, and I come back to my phone, and suddenly in the display there is this little marker here, and the key here is blinking, indicating there is an unanswered call. I press the OK key, and here we end up with the envelope. I press OK, and I can see here, there, internal calls, 1 missed call. I press OK. I can see my colleagues been trying to reach me. Press OK, and I can delete, call back, delete. So now my unanswered call is deleted. I'll do that again. So the phone is ringing. Okay, now it stopped again. So again, I have to have this little marker in the display. Envelope. 1 missed call, and I can do the callback. So, and hopefully my colleague is there. Go into conversation. Another thing is that here on the keys at the bottom, I have the vibrator. So here I can turn on and off the vibrator, and this key is for turning the handset on and off, and this one is for the company directory. So if this option is available, I can press here. So it asks me to do a call by name, a search, and I need to enter a minimum of 2 characters. So here I press the 2 last characters of my name, minimum 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Press OK, and it asks me, is this the name? Initials? Yes, it's my name. So now there's 2 hits for my name, and I can press OK, and I can call the number. The search is done by the last name, depending on how the system is set up, but generally it's the last name. Another thing, if I can hear my colleague's phone is ringing. So this is my colleague's phone, I can hear it's ringing. If I want to answer the call, I can do a general pickup. Normally it's 8, so I do 8 and off hook, and I pick up my colleague's call. And navigator keys here, I can go into the different menus. There was the envelope, and there is my personal phone book. There is last calls, the last calls I made. And here I have my settings. If I want to change language or something, the language setting is there. Here I have the ringing icon. I can go in here. I can change the different melodies. I'll go back. And here there's the different settings if I want to set up the handset. All these functions, you can read more about them in the manual. Voicemail. if you have voicemail activated on your system, first you need to record your name so the customer calling in know which person they reached. So here in the display, I now have an envelope indicating that there is a voicemail, but there is no voicemail for me. It's just the system wanting me to record my name. So I pressed the OK key. The envelope is highlighted and it says one new voice message. I don't have it, but it wants me to record my name. So I press OK. And I do.
281. You have reached your personal voice mailbox. You will be asked to enter your personal settings. Please record the name now
and hang up when you have finished. Press 0 for the reception.
Thomas Wivel.
Confirm, press hash. To review your recording, press 1. To erase and re-record, press 5. To exit, press star.
I will re-record and just here.
Please record the name now
and hang up when you have finished. Press 0 for the reception.
Thomas Wivel.
Confirm, press
that's
hash.
right.
To recording accepted. You
Okay.
have no new messages. To
That's
send
it.
a message.
That's it. So now the voicemail is ready for receiving voice messages. Did you notice that I pressed the hash key to confirm? That's necessary. I'll try to call the phone now. The phone is ringing. And I hear my colleague. You can hear my colleague's phone. I will put this into silent there.
You have reached the mailbox of
Thomas Wivel.
Please leave your message after the tone and hang up when you have finished or press 0 for the reception.
1, 2, 3, 4 test. Bye bye. So now, again, the envelope here is indicating that I have a message. Here, and now one new message, and OK again. And I just press the speaker.
You have one new message. First new message.
That was my message.
Erase, press 7. Call sender, press 88. Save, message erased. End of new messages. Mailbox menu. To send a message.
Always just follow the voice guide. Just follow the lady, then she will always prompt you for what to do. Plain and simple. Voicemail.